These are all the novels I ever rated 1 star, and I want to do a yes, no, maybe version of it, which will be very difficult, but let's give it a shot. Let's start with this one, which I rated 1 star because I could not get into it. I could not recognize Suzanne Collins and I could not recognize the Hunger Games vibe in it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it, and I didn't like the movie either. I was bored. I remember the movie was very long. It has like 2 hours, 40 minutes or something like that, 2 hours and a half. But considering that I didn't finish it and that it's part of the Hunger Games universe, I will not say that it's a complete no, so I will put it in the maybe pile. The Sky is Everywhere. I wanted to read this novel for a long time. I just didn't have it because I read from this writer, I'll Give It a Sun, and that's one of my favorite books. It's a 5-star novel. But the disappointment I felt while reading this one, and I cannot believe that they chose to do a movie after this one and not after I'll Give It a Sun. I wasn't able to finish it, and I feel like it was written by a 10-year-old, let's say 14-year-old, because it has a lot of scenes. But yes, I could not get into it at all. I think I read 149 pages, so almost a half. It will definitely be in the no pile. 13 reasons why. I can give you 13 reasons why this novel is so bad. I do not understand the success it had. I do not understand why it was acclaimed. I found nothing worth of this novel, and those 13 reasons, which by the way are different from the TV show, didn't feel like proper reasons. Now, I'm not trying to say that for someone they couldn't be reasons, but if you're writing something like this, try and find some reasons that are actually worth. I mean, some of them were obviously very bad and they could have been reasons, but this novel was expensive because I got it when it was out of print. It was very difficult to find. I found it, I read it. I was appalled by what I was reading, and I would never go back to it. I was so pissed off that I wasn't able to give a chance the series. I know that people call it good. I know that the actors did a great job, but unfortunately the novel was so bad that it's in -10 no pile. Annihilation. I honestly do not know why I rated this one 1 star. It's probably because it's very different from the movie, and the movie, which I watched 3 or 4 times, I loved. And this one I didn't love, obviously, but I don't remember what was the thing that made me rate it 1 star. I know it was very different. I don't know what happened in the movie, but I wouldn't say that this should be 1 star. Maybe I should reread it. I'll put it in the yes pile. Maybe I have to reread it sometime. Nights at the Circus, or Nights in the Circus. I don't know why I rated this one 1 star. I read 175 pages and it has 430. I loved the way it was written, but I think I read it at a moment in my life where I wasn't ready for this type of story, because this is a story that's being told to you. You're not in the present. I think where I stopped, you kind of move to the present, but the first part is some history of, I forgot her name, Angela, and she has wings. That's what I remember. It shouldn't be 1 star, so I will put it in the yes pile. The Not Show. I think this might be very close to the worst book I ever read. It annoyed me so much because you kind of knew what was about to happen. They told you, the writer told you while writing the novel. While you were reading it, you must have known that something was about to happen, and what. but I wasn't expecting that to actually happen, and in such an annoying way. Everyone was annoying in this novel. We mainly had bad characters. One was okay, but all the others were bad, and the bad guys win. Happy birthday. This is the worst. Falling. Falling is that thriller that felt endless to me, like it wouldn't finish. Like I didn't know what to do to finish it. It bored me so much. I think it took me like 2 weeks to read the first 100 pages, and then I read the rest, how many pages? 325 in 2 days, because I was sick of it, but also because it became a bit better. It felt like the writer, even though she was a flight attendant, she had pretty much no idea how things work. But anyway, I didn't feel like I was reading a book, but more of a wannabe book. Let's call it that. It didn't feel like a thriller. I didn't like the ending. I was expecting so much more. I mean, it's about a plane which has a bomb inside it that it's about to explode. You would think that it would be more interesting, but unfortunately it's not interesting. It's extremely boring, so it will be in the definite no pile. Maestra. Again, this is called a thriller, but it's not. This is the worst thriller that I read, because it wasn't a thriller. It's full of nudity and sexual scenes, and I read it, I finished it. I don't know how, but I did. It annoyed me. The ending annoyed me, the characters annoyed me, the main character annoyed me, the writing style annoyed me, everything annoyed me about this one. And I don't even know how it got published. I don't even know how there's a second and a third book, how there's a trilogy, and how people read it. I have no idea, but to me it was really bad, and it's definitely a big no. Christmas Carol. This one, again, I don't know why I rated it 1 star. It's something that annoyed me about it for sure. I just don't remember what. So I've watched plenty of movies, plenty of animated movies, and I used to like it. I don't know what happened when I read it. Something must have happened. So I think that it should be in the maybe. Let's say maybe, because I really don't remember what happened. But it was probably the main character that annoyed me so much. Even though that shouldn't be 1 star, but I don't know. I read it in 2017. It was around Christmas. It probably didn't give me a good feeling, so I rated it 1 star. I have to check Goodreads to actually see if I said anything in the review, because I'm really shocked I gave this one 1 star. Find Me. Find Me is a duology. Basically, it continues the A Call Me By Your Name story, only that it doesn't. It has nothing to do with Call Me By Your Name. It has nothing to do with the vibe of the characters. The characters, even though we see them, I mean, we see Elio and Oliver, I think that's what their name was, in the last 30 pages, and the book has 200 and something. And most of the story is about Elio's dad, and it's kind of gross and unrealistic, but I cannot say that it's a big no like the others, because I would lie if I would say that the writing wasn't beautiful. It's written in a very beautiful way, like we know the writer can do, but it just didn't feel like a Call Me By Your Name. Red, White and Royal Blue. I liked the movie, that's what I can say good about it. I did not like the way it was written. I couldn't finish it. It felt, again, like it was written by a 14-year-old, and I don't understand why, because the idea is very good. I was very excited to read it, especially that I didn't read many LGBT books, but I was very disappointed. Considering that the story is not bad and it can't be that different from the movie, I will put it in the maybe pile, because it wasn't that annoying, so it will stay with the maybes. Insurgent by Veronica Roth. I don't know why I rated this one star. Something must have happened that annoyed me so much. I mean, I read these novels in 2014, so 12 years ago, more than 12 years ago, because I remember it was spring. I know that it wasn't that good as Divergent, the first novel, and it's the same story with the movies. Don't get me into the movies because I don't understand why they wouldn't finish the series. But considering that I cannot remember exactly why, and it could have been that bad, I'll put it in the maybe pile. I'll have to check Goodreads again. And the last physical one that I have on me is The Silent Patient. This one is the latest book I read, and I rated it 1 star because I was very disappointed. I knew who the killer was and the plot twist. In the first 50 pages, I couldn't believe it at the end that it was that obvious, and I was very annoyed, very annoyed. I feel like I lost my time, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, I cannot compare these two thrillers, and if this is in the no pile, then I'll have to put this in the maybe pile. These are all the physical copies I have, but I have a few more titles that I rated 1 star and that I don't own anymore. And one of them is The Vegetarian. I think I was too young to understand it. I know that I did not like what happened in it, and if I would reread it now, I would probably rate it the same or maybe 2 stars. But it wasn't a definite no, so I would put it in the maybe pile. Then we have The Adultery, which is definitely a no. I didn't like the way it was written, I didn't like the characters, I didn't like the story, anything, so it would be a very big no. Then we have 50 Shades of Grey, which when I got it, I did not know what it was about. I just knew that people loved it. I was 15 at the time, and that there's a movie coming out, but I didn't watch the trailer. And I got it. It had the movie cover, which was a bit weird because I wasn't expecting it to be a romance, but it was anything but a romance. I obviously didn't finish it. It's one of the worst. I understand why people like it, but it wasn't my cup of tea, so no. And the last one that I don't own anymore is If I Stay. I also read that one in 2014, and I rated it 1 star because I was so annoyed by the fact that the book would go every chapter present, past, present, past, present, past, and nothing really happened in the present, and most of it happened in the past. But again, the story was pretty boring to me. So I would say maybe. I would say maybe because it wasn't as bad as these ones, but it wasn't good either. That's why I rated it 1 star. So it would go into the maybe pile. I'm actually surprised to see that I have so many in maybe. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in maybe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in no, and 2 ones in yes. These 2 ones. Well, actually, I forgot to count the non-physical copies that I have, so it would be 6 in maybe and 7 in no, and 2 in yes. Maybe I should reread both, because I remember I really liked the way it was written, but not at the time. And I also got the 2nd and the 3rd novels from this series, but again, I don't remember what happened, so I might check. Now you let me know, have you read any of these novels? Do you think they're worth more than 1 star? What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments.